Hungarian beef goulash. I think that sounds so great because you know why? It's loaded with wonderful spices. Hungarian paprika, oh my goodness. Garlic, you know vampires come from Hungary, right? You gotta have some garlic. We're gonna put that in there. We have so many wonderful ingredients. Please let us know in the comments if you've ever made a goulash. Maybe you've got a favorite recipe. I'm sure you'd like to share, and I'd like to get back to you. Also, please like us, hit that like button. We'd like to know that you're enjoying our videos because we're doing so many and having so much fun. And please subscribe. It's very important to subscribe because we want to continue doing this and keep sending them to you. So, hey, I'm telling you, we got so many tips to go through. Hey, you're going to want to stick to the end of the video. I'm Chef Don McMillan, and let's get started. I'm going to start with onions. As you already know, it's my favorite vegetable. So I'm going to show you how to dice up an onion really easy. First of all, I'm going to cut off the flower part, and then I'm going to get my knife right here close to the root and cut that off. Let's push that off to the side. We're not going to use that. You see my root right there. Put the knife at the center, push down, divide it in half. You got two halves. We're going to take off the outside layer. There's actually 2 layers of onion skin. We're just going to go ahead and pull that off. That doesn't cook up very well anyway, okay? And I'll just discard that. Let's get the other one while we're at it. So here's our root. I'm making an invisible line on this side of the root. So that tells me the point of the knife stays at my invisible line and down and comes towards me. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to keep the root there for now because it's going to hold the onion together, as you can see. And when I put it back down and cut this way, look, there's my dice. See? So easy. So as I'm dicing, what I'm going to do is cut down to that invisible line, flip it over, cut around, and discard the root. Let's do it with the other side here. Invisible line, vertical slices down. Quarter turn, vertical slices again. Flip it over, cut around the root, and our dicing is over. Let's go ahead and place that into our bowl because we are going to cook the onions because that's what this is all about, cooking. Cooking is where we add flavor to the food. And in this particular dish, we're going to be just layering up the flavors, okay? We're going to have so much going on. Now, I have my onions already cut. I just wanted to show you I rough cut some bell peppers, and I have some nice red bell peppers. They're not hot, okay? And I pressed some garlic, and I got quite a bit of Hungarian paprika here because that is what's going to add the flavor, right? And definitely some bay leaves. Okay, let's just move these onions out of our way for now. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Into my pan here, I have butter and a little bit of oil. I like to do 50-50, and the reason for that is that the butter has a high smoking point, but I want that butter flavor into this dish. You could do it without the butter, okay? You can leave it out and just do all oil. All right, now, what I have here are some cubes beef. And this is brisket, so you know that's going to take a long time to cook. I told you this is a slow cooking, but it's going to be so flavorful, all right? So for this, I'm going to season my meat, and I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, basic salt and pepper. Let's get that in there, salt and pepper. While the butter is melting in our pan, we're going to season our meat. Okay. They're getting real happy in there, right? That's the way my mother used to do fried chicken. She'd just put the flour and seasonings in the bag and shake it up. All right, now we're going to also put a little bit of flour. And all right, look, dust each piece with a little bit of flour. place it into the hot butter oil mixture. So I have the meat already flavored with salt and pepper, and now I'm dusting it with flour. The reason I'm doing this is twofold. One is to seal in those juices as it's going to be doing the nice slow cook, and the second is to thicken up our sauce, make a nice thick sauce to go along with the beef and the vegetables. As it's cooking, it's all going to be just cooking in there and being so happy in there. All right, look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm taking this meat out. It's got a nice crust all the way around. It smells so good. I know you're going to want to take a bite out of it, but you can't do it because it's tough. But it is going to be so flavorful. And look at all of this fond in the bottom of the pot. We're going to take that and we're going to turn it into a wonderful flavor for our sauce, which we're going to create in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's get all these wonderful pieces out of there. And now we're going to add in our vegetables. Remember the onions that we had cut up before? In they go. Get them in there. Make them happy. Let's stir them around a little bit. Soak up those juices. If you need to put a little bit more oil in there, you can just add a little more oil into the pan. See those little bits and pieces coming up? I know you see them. That's part of the flavor, and everything we do is about the flavor. In goes the peppers. Let's cook those up a little bit. Yep. I just want to cook them until they're soft. And then I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. All right, now it's for the garlic. Look at these onions. They're nice, brown, soft. Smells so good. Let's put that garlic in there. All right, this is for our Hungarian dish. All right, cook it just a little bit, no more than a minute. Stir it around, cook it in there, no more than a minute. The rest of them up in just a minute, but now here's that paprika. Look at that paprika. Let's just put it in there, stir it into the dish. Coat up. Oh, the paprika, smell it so good. You got to use the real stuff. Listen, Hungarian paprika is where it's at. Don't buy that other stuff that's only used to color your potato salad, okay? We want flavor. That's what we're about, flavor. And Hungarian paprika is going to give you all that flavor you want, okay? Now, we're going to add in the tomatoes and the juice that comes with them. Stir that around. Now as I'm stirring it around, all of that paprika is going into the tomato juice, all of the fond is going into the tomato juice, and now they're all becoming one. We're layering on the flavors, as I said earlier. And then we'll add in our stock. This is beef stock. It's going to give it a nice beefy flavor. We did season our meat with salt and pepper, but I'm going to season this again after I taste. It's so important to taste. Never trust a chef that doesn't taste his or her own cooking, okay? That's so important. Of course, I love the taste. You can tell that. I'm just going to bring it up to a boil, then I'm going to reduce it to a simmer, cover it, and then let it cook. Probably going to be another hour and a half, or maybe 2. All right, I'll check it out as we're going along. Okay, it's now simmering, and now I'm going to just taste it to see if it needs a little salt and pepper. We can always add more later, okay? Not that too much important, but I do want to just be sure I've got it going right. Oh, that paprika, you can just taste it. I'm going to just add a little more pepper. I'm a pepper freak anyway, love pepper. And I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of salt. And like I said, we'll add more as we're going along later. Stir that into it. And now I'm going to add in our beef. There's some juices that have come out of the meat when it's on the plate. Put them in the dish. Get it all in there. Don't leave it out. And, of course, it wouldn't be complete without some bay leaves. I got some bay leaves. Let's put those right into it. Stir. get all those pieces of meat happy, introduce them to that wonderful sauce that's going to cook along with it. So, cover, and we'll let it cook real slow, probably, like I said, an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2. We'll check out and see. Well, the time has arrived. Whoa. It smells so good. Oh my goodness, just check it out. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, I love the aroma of that paprika. I'm using the good paprika, the Hungarian paprika. It really kicks up the flavor. We got to do a couple of things first though, okay? So first thing we got to do, we got to test again. Remember I told you we're going to adjust the seasoning at the end. So we're going to just put a little bit in the mouth, just get a little taste, see what the sauce tastes like. Little bit of salt and pepper, and we are done with this. Oh, about a half a teaspoon more of pepper, another teaspoon of salt. Stir that in. Now watch, this is the crowning part of the dish, sour cream. Oh, 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 let's get that in there. Whoa. Now when you use sour cream, use the real thing. Don't get the cut down version. We want all the calories in there. Get it every bit in there. Okay? So none of that low fat variety for us today, folks. Now stir that in. As you do, it will thicken your stew as well. So good, but you got to try it. You got to eat it. It goes really good over spatzel. Check that out. One of our other videos, we'll talk about making pastas, or pasta, or rice, or whatever you particularly like. But this is it. So, first of all, please subscribe. We need you to subscribe. Also, your comments are so important to us. If the recipe is right below, you want to check out our recipe, it's there for you to advise us, let us know what you think. Oh man, let me get a little of that bay leaf out of there. And always remember that when you're watching our videos, they're always absolutely simple and delicious.